Sorry, my face was itching. Dan here again. Uh, this is going to be an unboxing video of an RC car I picked up today. And I've really been wanting this one for a long time. And last few times I checked to the website, it said that it was in the store, and it was. This is the New Bright Forza off-roader, four-wheel drive, spring suspension. Spring suspension is pretty rare on New Bright off-roaders, but yeah, and it's just beautiful. And I've not played the game. In fact, I didn't know until a few days ago that there was a game. I just thought it was a cool looking RC car, kind of Baja looking in a way. And when I found out it was four-wheel drive, I was like, oh, I've got to have that. Especially with the spring suspension, because I love spring suspension on cars, even toy grade cars. So, yep, there it is. It comes with a Xbox Game Pass for 1 month. And that's the front of the box. There's one end of the box. Here is the other end of the box. And here is the back of the box. See if I can hold it level. And of course, here is the bottom of the box. So this is a 1/14th scale car. It roughly seems to be about a foot long, give or take. And says ages 6 plus. All batteries included. Four-wheel drive. Smart charging USB. Charges faster. 2.4 gigahertz. 6 vehicle racing. Four-wheel drive, reverse, left, right. So this is the Forza Funco F9. Then on the side it says one bad F9. So what I'm going to do here is get out my hobby knife and cut all of the tape. Put this cigarette out. Yes, I'm a smoker. Yep. Feels kind of loose. Good thing I found that out. I could have slipped and cut myself. Okay, so cut this piece of tape here. And cut this one up here. And this one on the bottom, if I can get it in there. Come on, there it goes. And then I'll put the cap back in place and lay that aside. And on this corner it says RTR, all batteries included. So flap. Hold down the upper and lower shoulder flaps. And get a hold of one of these pieces here and see if I can tug it on out. Okay. I'll have to grab hold of it. Pull it out. Come on. Come on. Give me that car. You give me that car. Oh. Sometimes opening these things is a challenge in itself. Remember the good old days when you get a car at Radio Shack and it came in a box and all you had to do was cut the tape and lift the cover off, and there was your car, your remote, your booklet, everything. Now they want to make everything hard. Okay, let's see here. Something is... Oh, they taped it on the other side, even though it has no regular opening. They went the extra mile with this tape, so I'm going to have to cut through that. So that was holding that in there. Get back in there. Okay, so hopefully it'll come out now. Oh, this is ridiculous. My gosh. Even for New Bright. This car is just full of surprises. Okay, let's see here. Where's that at? I don't see it. Oh, man. Finally. Okay, so here's the instruction manual. Set the box down. Put the cap back on the hobby knife, which I should have done before laying it down, but mistakes are to learn from, right? Okay. So here's the owner's manual. And there's some little something inside. So it's like most typical New Bright owner's manuals. Just giving you the rundown on how to set up the car, how to take care of it, precautions, warnings, things like that. Okay, set that aside and see what this was inside of it. So this is an additional instruction manual for installing the batteries in the controller. And this is the redeem your code for a free 30-day Xbox Game Pass trial code. And there's the code. And I'm not going to use it because I don't even have an Xbox. So maybe I'll give it to somebody. I don't know if I can do that. Anyway. So here's a better look at the car. It does have an engine, not a real engine, a replica engine in the back. I mean the full block, the heads and everything. Okay, so now I have to find out where exactly Let's see. Okay, so gonna have to go to the bottom. Buy some tape. That's what it looks like. So that takes care of that part. I'm gonna have to make another little slit here. And maybe one here. That'll take care of that. Okay. This ought to free up the USB plug. Yep, there it is. And then flip it back. I'm surprised that the car isn't strapped down. I think it would be. See if I can just lift it off of there. Nope. There is something still holding it in place. Oh, I see what I have to do. I have to free all of these tabs. So that it'll come off with its little pedestal intact. Remove this tape and well. Okay. Push it. Okay. All right. Finally. There she is. Let's see what I have to do to, okay. So there are these two keys, one there, one there. Usually you just grab it, twist it halfway, pull it out, and it's got the vehicle locked to this piece of cardboard. So I'm going to turn it 1/4. Oh, it's not enough. I'm going to have to turn it further. Well, this might be the type that you have to literally unscrew them. Let's try the other one. Wow. Okay. That one only took a 1/4 turn. Come on. What do you want to be like that for? This one is being difficult. It does not want to come out of there. No matter which way I turn it. Finally, there it is. Pull this through here. Okay. Finally, out of the package. There it is. Seems to have pretty good roll from side to side. When it sits, the wheelbase spreads out, and it just goes down just a very little bit. But having somewhat shock travel is better than no shock travel, so that's good. And yeah, there's the engine right there, engine compartment. And if you look closely, you can see what are supposed to be, I guess, something kind of looks like headers in a way. And it looks like the engine is installed backwards, which is not unusual. Back in the 1960s, there were a lot of custom drag cars that were like that they would actually take the trunk lid off and put an entire V8 engine in it backwards. And those were probably some of the cars that were known as wheel standers, where they would go down the drag strip all the way, the full quarter mile on just their rear wheels, like the Hemi Underglass, the Little Red Wagon, stuff like that. So it's really nicely detailed. What's the engine bay? It has the standard type New Bright electric motor, like the kinds, the same size and shape as the ones that you'll find in Radio Shack X mods and Kyosho Mini Z MR01s, things like that, and a lot of various kinds of cheap toys. And thing was trying to eat my finger. My finger was caught in there. I was like, "What's going on?" The wheels are lovely. It has very nice wheels. I love the shape of those wheels. The 5-spoke, heavy duty looking mags. The tread on the tires is interesting. It's a tread pattern I've never seen before, but unfortunately, they are very hard. Uh, and it looks like, based on when I was messing with it earlier in the living room, squeezing the tires a little, it looks like they can easily come off the rim. So you want to be careful with that. Let's see. It has a steering setup that I have never seen on the new Bright, so this may be something new, a new design. See it like that. Yeah, that must be a new design. Hopefully, it's better quality than the old one. And here is the, where's that? Charger cover. See if I can get it off. They're usually pretty easy to take off. Here's the off on switch. Loosen screw to open cover. So now they're using a screw to make sure that it stays in place. So yeah, the usual thing with new bright toys is you slide the cover off by grabbing the little thing sticking out here. Usually all you have to do is give it a little tug downward and it'll pop off, and then you coil up your charging cable neatly, place it inside, put the cover back on, and slide it up until it locks. So, let's see here. I've never. Oh, okay, that's how it goes. Okay, so when it's sitting level, when it's not, when you've got it up in the air like you said, big thick steering box hanging down there and be like, oh no, that's probably going to snag on something. But when you set it down, it kind of evens out and there's reasonable ground clearance for it. I like the wing. I like the wing. It even says Forza on it. Like these bars traveling through here. It's it's right side steering. Interesting. It's got Phillips head screws for the front wheels. And for the rear wheels, I'm going to have to get my little flashlight and see if I can see that. Uh-huh. So yeah, my silver New Bright Vortex is the same way. These the screws for the rear wheels, they have stopped using the Phillips head screw and used a triangle bit. It takes literally a triangle shaped bit to remove the rear wheels from this, as well as the well, I can't get to it right now, but as well as the Vortex. But there is a way around that. If you like to modify stuff, all you have to do is remove the rear end, take it apart, and have a spare axle gear assembly, and use whatever wheels you want to, and put it back in place. They're all pretty much the same. Sometimes there's a little bit of difference, but usually they're the same. And that's how you can change your wheels on the new bright stuff. So it does pay to have spare parts laying around. It pays to go to places like Goodwill stores, other secondhand stores, flea market, yard sales. You can actually enhance New Bright stuff with New Bright stuff if you know what you're doing. All you got to do is sit down and look at it and then sit back and think, how can I enhance this without having to spend a lot of money and rack my brain trying to figure it out? So yeah. So it feels a little tight there. The rear turns easier than the front wheels. It could be that they were put on too tight. Maybe the screw needs to be just loosened a little bit. But yeah, I'm impressed. It's very nice. It's very has a very aerodynamic body, and if it turns out that it's not fast enough for me, that's okay because I've discovered a way to make things faster with little trouble, and maybe I'll share that sometime. So, go ahead and get the controller out here. And luckily I have some scissors to snip these little. Actually, rather than do that, I think I'm going to try to push them through the holes. These little bungee-like things. Yep, they can be popped out like this. Okay. So, I got tape stuck to my shirt. There's the controller. Roughly the same size as the the Guyton Junior Bronco. Its controller looks to be pretty much the same controller. Um, you've got your forward and reverse, your left and right steering. Screw there. They've placed a screw there now. Normally, you just press on this, grab this piece jutting out here, press on that, slide it down, and you put two AA batteries in there, place it back on, slide it back up into place, and you're good to go. So, there it is. Maybe later I'll review it, but I guess I'm not used to doing this. Oh, I love that. Where it says New Bright on the window. It's hard to see, but they've, instead of it being a sticker or painted on, it's literally a part of, it's like it's etched. It's very nice. I'm really surprised. Uh, I was one of those people that hated New Bright. As soon as I first seen their stuff, I was like, what is this? And I felt that way for a long time, for many years, until I began to notice that New Bright toys do actually have potential. You just have to learn how to unlock it. And I'll leave it at that. And if for no other reason, I mean, if you're into this scale, I would say to go ahead and buy one of these. $35 is not bad for the stuff that you get with it. Even if it turns out to be a disappointment, um, it's got a nice body on it with an actual interior with seats. Uh, it will be just the parts alone, I think, makes it worth the price. And if there was anything left over that you end up not wanting to use, you can put it in storage and may end up wanting to use it later with another project. So I am planning on doing some things to this one. But before I do, I will give it a test drive. And come on, Dan, get with it. And review it. And I'll try to get some footage of it actually running. I'll have to do it one day when my brother is out of work and get him to hold the camera while I drive the car. So that's the end of this unboxing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.